What's the biggest lie you told your family? I pretended to be poor to test my family, but their reaction broke our family apart forever. For 10 years, I had been the one helping our family with money. I was 32 and my tech company did really well, so I could buy my parents a nice 3-bedroom house. I paid for my younger sister's doctor school, and I helped my older brother when his third business went bad. I never counted the money because I thought family was most important, but I started to see things differently. At first it came slowly and I noticed little changes. My mom used to call me every week to say hi, but then she only called every month to ask for help with bills. My dad stopped asking about my day, and he sent me pictures of fancy stuff he wanted instead. Then one night changed it all because I heard my brother laughing with his friends about how easy it was to trick me into giving him money. That hurt me more than anything, so I decided to make a plan to find out how they really felt about me. I worked with my lawyer and we made fake papers that said my company lost everything and owed a lot of money. I gave my sports car to a good friend to hide it, and I moved into a tiny apartment across town. I started buying old clothes from cheap stores, and I let myself look messy for 2 weeks because I wanted it to seem real. When I called a family meeting at my parents' house, I could tell they were annoyed before I even talked. My dad kept looking at his watch, and my mom made big sighs about missing her TV show. My brother played on his phone, and my sister grumbled about changing her spa day. I put the fake papers on the table, and I told them in a shaky voice that I lost everything. My company, my savings, and even their house might be in trouble. The room got super quiet because they didn't know what to say. My dad stood up first and walked to the drink cabinet without looking at me, and my mom turned away to fix picture frames. My sister said she had to go to an important meeting and left fast, but my brother smiled a little and ate more food like it was funny. For days after that, no one called me, and it was so quiet it hurt my ears. They didn't ask if I had a bed to sleep in or offer to help me find a job because they didn't care. My dad just sent me an email with tax papers and told me I might need them for help from the government. My brother posted online about how people get what they deserve, and it felt mean. After 2 weeks of them ignoring me, I texted everyone and told them I got a low-paying job at a grocery store. My brother texted back right away with a laughing face and told me the big guy fell hard, and that was all I needed to know. They weren't nice. On the first day of the next month, I showed up at their house in a fancy suit, and I drove the same cool car I said I sold. My mom dropped her teacup when she saw me through the window because she was so shocked. Before they could figure it out, I gave my parents papers that said they had 30 days to move out of my house. They looked scared, and it almost felt good because they saw I tricked them. My dad's hands shook when he read the papers, and my mom cried about how family should stick together, but I walked out and got in my car because I was done. That same day, my money helper sent lists to my brother and sister showing every dollar I gave them, and they had 30 days to pay me back or get in trouble. My brother called me 17 times before I blocked his number, and my sister came to my work crying about how I got it wrong. But the biggest clue came when I put their house up for rent for a normal price. My uncle called me right away and told me to respect older people. My cousin texted me and said I went too far, and my aunt sent me a letter about forgiving family. It was funny because none of them cared when they thought I had nothing. Now, 6 months later, I live in a new house by the beach in a different state, and I feel good. The money from renting my parents' old house goes into my savings, and my sister works extra at the hospital to pay me back for school. My brother got a store job he used to make fun of, but it hardly pays for his kids' stuff. I sold my fancy car for real this time and got a simpler one because I didn't need to show off anymore.